pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone had a chance to read the minutes. For a motion to approve minutes. Moved by legislator Holt, second by legislator Lockwood. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? To approve. First one up, IT1, adoption of the Oswego County Local Solid Waste Management Plan. I've read that. I think you're gonna say that?
Well, this has been.
Well, let them explain
Well,
it.
you gotta move it first. You gotta move it first.
Motion to move for discussion. First by legislator Holt, second by legislator Martino. There, now we're discussing.
Frank Visser actually started this in 2011, 2012. New York State kept changing and moving the goalposts. So it's taken this long to get this plan pulled together and now approved. It affects our recycling, but it's the whole plan. If you have a chance to read through it, please do. And all it really does for me is put some clear guidelines in place, and it makes some very specific reporting that we'll have to do here. So, but now we'll have a plan, countywide plan in place.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Carried. IT2, resolution authorizing budget modification Department of Solid Waste to establish capital project under 1025 for repairs, replacement of compactor, related equipment at the Hastings Transfer Station with a solid waste unappropriated fund balance. Motion approved by legislator Martino, second by legislator Holt. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Yeah. IT3, resolution authorizing budget modification, parking solid waste, landfill and transfer stations, various accounts to repairs, maintaining equipment.
Move it. Second.
First by legislator Martino, second by legislator Yurden. Anyone have any questions?
This
It's
is just to
confusing.
move money from a few accounts into my repair account. My E6 is in the shop, he gets transmission redone. So I'm just consolidating funds, that's all I have. Yeah, from different lines, that's all.
Mike, this doesn't have to do with the other piece of equipment that was being completely refurbished.
No, that one's done and in use.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So this is totally separate.
Yeah, totally. So this is the D6, the other one was the D7, the old D7.
Right.
And I'll give you an update.
Okay.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. 4, resolution authorizing budget modification for the energy recovery facility, additional hours to expense account. First by legislator Yurden, second by legislator Lockwood. Anyone have any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. IT5, resolution approving budget modification, county airport perimeter fence maintenance. First by legislator Martino, second by legislator Lockwood. Serious question.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions?
Who's gonna do this work?
So, Chase Enterprise has the county bid right now for doing all this stuff, so it would be Chase, the county bid.
How big an area is this? You've been maintaining,
We're maintaining what we can. It hasn't been addressed in 50 years, 40 years. There's trees that are like this big around.
they
So
can be
we're
knocked
getting-
over with a bulldozer or a
Yeah.
loader.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I just want to say that
shed some light.
I have a problem just awarding a bid. We have an ASV track
Skid steer.
skid steer. That a Xerox could go on that for $2,850 for 5 days. That'll take up to 6-inch material. You could easily knock down bigger material. It would attach to your skid steer, because I already got all the specs. If your skid steer is in use, we could rent a skid steer and the Xerox forestry cutter for $42.90 a week. If we like the Sheer-X forestry cutter, and do we use it up around manholes at the Miller site? Well, I'll always say Miller site, up in that area. Didn't we have to maintain manholes with a forestry cutter?
No,
Yeah, we
remember
rented
they- We
one.
rented
That
one,
was
but it was up
hired
to
out.
Schuylkill to get all the manhole.
We didn't.
Okay. But if we like the forestry cutter, they would credit the purchase of one, which could be purchased for 23 grand. And I'm just saying, if we can do it in-house, and I really think we can, and if you're gonna maintain that much fence and that much area, why don't we own one?
So I actually had a grant application, we just got rejected for it, Tuesday, for a skid steer with a forestry mulching head to
Okay,
do
but
that exact.
your accounts are commingled anyway. Your equipment, well, they, financially, you're commingled. I don't care what anybody says. Any accountant in the world would tell you that. So, and we love this in-kind loaning anyway. Why do we have to send this money out of our area? And it's dry and it's high right now, and there can't be a ton of stuff going on.
Actually, Marie, if I could, the plan with it, when I spoke with Brandon, because we know, we've all seen the fence, how it's all,
Right.
what Chase is gonna do is go in and just make the path just around the fence, and then clear away so you can get to it, and just push the material to the side, and then our own highway department, because as we know, different times of the year, like this time of year, everybody's paving and doing all this stuff, the people are busy.
I
doing that.
understand that, but
But at the change of seasons, when you know you're getting everything switched and we don't have snow yet, that's when he's gonna.
how
send a
many
lot of
linear
these
feet of fence are we talking?
I don't actually have the linear.
We should have, we should know how many
Yeah.
linear feet of fence that is.
I got all marked out there.
Okay, but roughly, gun to your head, how many linear feet?
3.5 miles.
We need a forestry
We
cutter.
do, 100%.
Okay, or the county needs a forestry cutter.
That's why I had the application, yeah.
I have a real hard time throwing 25 grand, we're spending money like drunk sailors. If we were in business, we'd be out of business way long ago. But I would rather own the equipment than blow the money on a contractor who's gonna just cut a perimeter edge, and then we're gonna do it anyway.
Well, they haven't been doing that, so he's just pushing the material. to
I
keep the cost
understand
down,
that, that's kind
And then
of,
the highway's gonna go in and take.
Yeah, this is just the initial, I mean, it's
that's
humongous that forestry mulcher would.
I understand that, you need to knock it down, I'm
Right.
well aware of that.
So what you're proposing is, we need to take care of business now, but we should actually look into getting this forest.
No, I think we should get the forestry cutter and we should do it ourselves.
But we don't have,
the people.
we don't have the people or some of the equipment for the size of the stuff that's there.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, just-
That's why we have to have Chase come in, because we're,
It's the most
some of the stuff is.
Well, why don't we bid this? Why didn't we bid this?
It is good, it's got, the county has a public bid with Chase.
We have a bid that we bid with them, and he's just running out.
We do it every year.
Why can't anybody else bid it?
They can't,
We already
they
had
have,
it
they
up
bid it every year.
this spring we did. So,
Nobody else bid it.
there was one other guy
Company.
that I can't think of the name, a guy in Mexico does plowing out there. So,
Mid-state.
Mid-state, they bid,
But
they were a lot more.
They didn't. Well, when he got the bid the last time.
How big are these trees and what are they?
It's a mixture, like there's,
It's just that overgrown.
There's some dead ash in there?
there is, and that's a lot of what we're having a problem with is ash trees dropping their limbs on the fence, and it's just mangling the barbed wire on top. It's mangling that top rail of the chain link fence, and it's a mess. They're easily 40 years old.
This was definitely the most cost-effective way to have him make the path, so
At
they
least
can
the
get in.
initial
So how wide is the path he's gonna cut?
10 feet. We own 10 feet on the other side of the fence.
I just think bad management here. I'm sorry.
He's making the path around.
I
so then the
understand
highway
making
can
a
go in there
10-foot
and-
path around. So when's highway gonna have time to do this?
Fall, like when we normally, between seasons. Because if it don't
Why
snow,
we-
we cut trees.
Why don't we just do the path in the fall, 10-foot path, no big deal with a loader.
That much of it.
You really have to look at it.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do it with, a dozer?
I don't know what he's got, but he's got all special.
Like logging equipment, 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Metal,
Skidders.
yeah, like a skidder
Skid
and
steer.
stuff, yeah. It's a skidder, not a skid steer.
It's one of those things you really, when you look at it, it's not just a simple perimeter.
Yeah, you can't walk through it.
Yeah,
It's
So there's been no maintenance on the fence line.
in a lot of sections. The ones more publicly visible, we keep those halfway decent. Then there's some outlying areas.
What are you
Or
keeping up, what are you clearing them with?
whackers and the lawnmowers.
The ones where it's long and
Right.
everything going up to it. There's some of it where, I mean,
They went through the woods originally, they went through the woods.
right.
And that's when they originally put it in years ago, I remember that.
We're actually working with the FAA. That was another thing. Actually, we're trying to replace the whole fence. The 6-foot fence does not meet FAA specs. It's supposed to be 8 feet at a minimum. So we're working with them to get grant funding to replace the whole
Can you
thing.
put a Mustang roll on it, like a 4-foot, can you put a 4-foot extension on it?
Probably would, but
Is the fence
it's
solid?
still not all the way down to the ground. The other thing we're doing is trying to put some of the grindings from some of the projects, making an access road around it so that we can actually maintain all of it. It's probably cheaper in the long run to replace it. It's better in the long run. There's gaps in the fence underneath it that all the wood trucks and everything else come through. So
How old is that fence?
99. So 26.
Decent gauge fence, though.
It is, yeah, until
I live in this chain link world.
I live in the prison.
I'm not for it. I just feel the management is weird on this. I feel like tossing money when we could have the equipment, and if we planned it to be done in-house. Do you think that, do we have a loader big enough to go around and do that?
You'd wad everything up and you'd be in the fence, I mean, you'd destroy everything.
So he's got some specialty thing.
It's like it's a skidder, they call them, for the logging. Goes in there, chops and moves everything to the side, and then we go up and chop it up, trip it.
I know he did some stuff years ago with the rail company, and he has a machine that it goes on, it goes down. They brush it.
It's not called a forwarder, right? Is that the one with the head on, grabs,
Grab
cuts
tree and
it,
cut it,
and
serve
then
it out.
set it down? Yeah, that's a very special piece of equipment. And expensive. If it's what I'm doing.
I just feel it should have been maintained.
Well, sure.
Anyway. Even if it was selective cutting of material.
The loggers have that they can plant the tree, cut it.
Go in there and just cut these trees, right?
It's one of those things, you gotta see it, it's not just your average, just next to a fence. It's, I don't know why that ever did it that way, on the Silver side where it goes. I mean, it
They
goes.
went right through the wooded area, they made a path, like
Especially
3
around
feet,
that property.
and that's it, and we don't own that
Now it's grown
property.
through the fence, and that's what ruined the fence.
Yeah.
That's what ruined.
And we don't own that property that we're
Yeah,
gonna
we do.
cut
We
it?
want
We own the
a
10-foot.
10-foot section from it.
Understood. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? One opposed. E6, resolution of transfer authorization of highway expense to Level. Second by legislator Holt. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? IT7, resolution to transfer authorization highway expense into gas and heating.
What?
First by legislator Martinez, second by legislator Holt. Any question?
It's the same thing in reverse. What is it?
One's for electric and one's for gas and heating oil. Everything's almost doubled.
You doing solar? What are you doing?
No, this is paying National Grid. I mean, we're getting our bills and I'm going, it's amazing this year. Everything's almost doubled. I know that electric is, gas and heating oil isn't up as like the electric is, so the electric's just skyrocketed. The delivery charges are outrageous. Outrageous.
Everybody's election.
I mean, everybody in the county, I've been talking to Rick and his has been the same way
National
too.
Grid, you just.
We're having the same issues.
Delivery charge.
It's killing us.
Kaiser,
Aye.
Mike, any opposed? Carries. IT 8, IT 9, full.
Both full.
Yeah.
Even the walk out, so
No, IT 8, 9, and then we have IT 10, which is resolution authorizing the budget.
I'll have it, John.
I mean, another 10.
Just got.
I think,
So eighth and full.
yes, that was the,
What I have 8 for is, for the capital project 1125. That's number 8 on ours.
Yeah,
so this is the
You probably got the original.
resolution.
Didn't get the haze.
budget mod for the highway department to transfer funds from insurance recovery into capital project 1125.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not IT 8.
It is on that.
Yeah, that's right.
So you got your resolution authorizing budget modification, highway department.
Correct, well, they.
Gonna get funds from insurance.
Yeah.
Because
That different 8 and 9. We have different 8 and 9. So IT,
Understand. IT resolution authorizing budget modifications with the highway department. Transfer funds.
Yes.
Insurance recovery.
that's what I got.
Okay. Capital project 1125.
I'll
First by
second.
legislator Martino,
Second.
second by legislator Durden. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carries.
I'm gonna tell you that's salt check.
Yes, sir. Right, yeah.
I read the info memo on it.
Yeah, I just went better.
No, I did have one question about that. Does that cover the entire salt shed or is there any other?
It's gonna tell you the entire salt shed plus, the electrical that we're gonna have done with it.
Very good. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, okay.
Chairman, Mr. Chairman, I do know a little about this. I spoke with Rich about this. They're actually just doing water lines through there. That's the, piece of property where we removed the building. We had to remove the building. So they're just looking for, temporary permanent easement to run new water lines through there. Uplift the water lines.
That's good. Motion approved. First by legislator Martino, second by legislator Holst. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carries. First guy up would be our building and ground. And that's that. There's another thing.
Because we're going to take, the update and walk in this. That's good. We got it. What do we know about this? Request they had a cell phone on? Do we know anything about this? Where's Greg? He's like, oh. I'm sorry, Greg.
I think they submitted this correctly, but I think they're looking for more than one,
Who's they?
public defender's office.
Oh,
They're for, the first assistant public defender, a social worker, an assistant public defender. This is consistent with other positions where we have phones, where they have either client contact, they work in the field.
right, but I thought we approved something as long as they.
Yeah, these positions aren't in there, so I made note in the future update for that policy.
Okay.
They submitted this directly too. They submitted it through me, I went and said these probably fit within the scope of it, we just would have done the phones, so
All right, well,
So we don't need a resolution.
always, Mr. Chairman,
Motion approved. All right, motion to approve by legislator Martino, second. Second by legislator Holt. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? There, yeah, I don't have the updated copy. Now we want. Yeah. Building ground up.
All right, in Pulaski, we're going, full steam ahead with that building. They're grinding the brick up, taking the bad spots out, and today they were removing some of the concrete up front of the building. So we're gonna take a ride up there tomorrow. I was gonna meet up with Betsy. I'm not sure if we should have the legislative meeting up there next week. So
That's one question. that-
she just wants to see for herself before we make a decision. But, with contractors around, with lifts around, a lot of noise around, we moved the cord out of there this week just because of that. So it's probably a good idea to not have it up there, maybe have it,
Not this month.
maybe September.
No parking
Okay,
either.
But, right,
Or
parking's
there's
an
no
issue right
parking,
now.
and you got the cranes in there, I was going.
Yeah. There's some issues going on up there right now, so we're gonna take a ride up before we make a decision, but it's probably a good idea to not have it. Finishing Bunner Street right now, we're just hanging bulletin boards, doing some of the side stuff, small stuff over there. Once we got that project pretty close to being done, we decided that we needed all new LED lights on the other end of the building. So our guys are changing out all the office lights just to clean up the rest of the building there on the health side. As soon as we get the signage and the loading dock completed, Bunner Street's gonna be in nice shape. A roofing project over to the health department. The Dutch went out to bid next week, so I think within 3 weeks we should know the answer for that, price on that. Hopefully, it's in my schedule to have that done by October 31st. So if everything goes right, we should have the final roof on the health side. Other than that, we're digging up some septic tanks out Camp Hollis today, so that's add a little fun to the day. So, yeah, so that's.
Okay, thanks, Rick.
Oh, we're just doing business as usual, we're paving, doing culverts, ditching, and I had a few complaints over probably last month and a half about county trail from Costantia to Central Square now, which we did the other half last year. So I started sending people down there on rainy days, just started grading it, and then we'll start bringing grindings and over, fall.
They're working their way all the way to 6, right?
We're not on that side of,
Right.
we're on the other side of 81 right now. Finished, that hasn't been touched in like 4 to 5 years. So we're maintaining that area, then we'll jump across to 81 and go. Just keep rotating.
The solid waste.
I want to thank Sean for his help and his department's help at the Hastings transfer. We made a traffic flow change there where traffic comes in, you go to the scale, or you keep going straight past where the metal pile is. There was a little road there that this group repaved and striped. You take a left and come back up around Recycle, and it's very clearly marked signage. And drop your Recycle off, and then, well, you just approved the pit project for Hastings, so once we get the pit done, we have this transfer actually open again, go drop your garbage out and then go down the hill and go out instead of the craziness that we had.
They've
So,
been out on that one path.
yeah, so it's just circle now, so thank you, I appreciate the help with that. I've got one punch list item left on cell 5, which has to do with our meters. We do have permission to start placing trash in it when we see fit to do so. So, Veronica, I'll get with you probably, hopefully in the next 45 days, and we'll get that closed out. One change order payment left to make, and then, so. I did install a rental scale at Bristol Hill on the inbound side, because our inbound scale is down. So now we're taking all trash at Bristol Hill where the earth is down. It's made it a lot better for traffic, because it was a little crazy there, which Sean can attest to. He's seen some craziness. So that's in place, and we'll keep that in place until we get the scale, the original scale replaced, and the rental will go away. I did mention last month my D6 dozer is in the shop for a transmission rebuild. In that tear down, they found the final drives to be in very poor condition as well. This machine, the transmission and the final drives have 16,000 hours on them, so there's no surprises really. It's going to be an additional 40,000 in repairs, which I'm pretty sure my operating budget can support that. We are closing out a PO for some work we had done that there was money left over. That will help. We'll give about 17 grand extra there and I'll put towards it. So I'll update you on where we're at with bulldozers next meeting. That's pretty much it on the landfill side. Our earth is shut down for 60 to 90 days. We're starting our concrete work. There should be a barge coming up the river within the next week too for the water intake repairs. And just a number of items we're addressing. So we've got a lot going on right now.
Any new surprises?
I'll keep you apprised. As of this discussion, no, but I will keep you apprised.
Thank you, Mike. I'm still out of the airport.
A couple of grant updates. We were denied from New York State, $1.6 million to replace the self-service fuel island out there for the airplanes. And we were also denied $500,000. That included that skid steer with forestry mulcher. There was 1 ton plow truck and a tractor with a roll and a 15-foot mower deck. So those we were all just denied this earlier this week. But we did get over $500,000 for a loader plow. We heard that earlier in the year. We also just got a LED conversion grant. That's the design phase for it. So we just got those two. I expect another half of the LED conversion grant to be covered probably by September. So we should get that next couple of weeks. I've been talking to the Civil Air Patrol. They host a national flight academy every year. They typically do it at Syracuse. They'll be doing it at our airport next year. So that'll be in July, and they'll have 4 Civil Air Patrol planes flying out of our place for about a week. Our fuel, our tie-out. So it'll be a good event for us. And we also have this Sunday, the last pancake breakfast of the year. I'll leave a flyer here if anybody wants to take a picture of it. I'm happy to see everybody. So it's a great event. Get pretty good fuel sales out of that. Everybody flying over to visit. And it's also a great public event.
I have friends fly in from Wolcott all the time.
Brandon, you said New York State turned you down.
Yes.
Most of, all the ticket money is from federal pot. Is it because that federal pot is not?
We have one for this fence line project. I have right now a pre-application in for to replace the fence. Our New York Airport District Office, the whole New York wide from the FAA, they don't have any environmentalists, only environmentalists.
Why is that?
Because of the cuts. So we actually we're being told right now that we cannot do that fence project FAA grant
It
for
made
next
it
year.
sound like New York had denied you.
New York, this was a different program.
Okay,
These 2 grants that we were denied is a New York State only program.
so all your ticket money portions though are federal pot.
Not this New York State one. There was 25 million available through New York State alone, and that was allocated to other airports. They actually.
I would think
bigger
you're gonna
airports.
see a massive dry up.
We're already seeing a lot of, like I say, the fence line is the first one that we're seeing right now, and they're blaming it on the fact that they don't have enough environmentalists to review our environmental for the project. It's again 4 or 5 miles of fence line, pretty big environmental undertaking. They're just saying that they can't review it in time, so we're being told that we have to push that out until fiscal year 27, which kind of sinks more so for us because through the FAA Reauthorization Act a couple of years ago, fiscal year 25 and 26 were 2.5% local contribution. 27, it goes back to our 5% typical contribution. So not only is it being pushed out a year, but it's going to get a little bit more expensive for us when we do get a grant.
Yeah.
When? We got to name that place there.
That's an awesome idea. We gotta really look at it. I think we should.
I'll make this up.
I think we should rent them out for storage units, because you can't rent a storage unit those sizes for that money.
The FAA does allow for that.
I-
Yeah.
I up them big and you get a load of storage.
A lot of our pilots get older. They're probably going to a couple of years.
Store stuff.
We're going to be looking.
I'll make the sign.
I'll help you.
Okay, thank you, Brad. And Hubert.
So we're continuing on with the network upgrade project, still targeting end of the year to complete that. The video system phase 2 is about 75% complete. There's 3 or 4 sites that are complete and other ones that are coming along pretty well. So within the next month or 2, that'll be fine. We spent some time more recently reviewing some processes in Munis, get a little bit more visibility to, for example, maybe budget situations. So a couple of things have been implemented already for that. So it's some good options there. We received our backup servers. We have our primary virtual stack. The back ones that have come in, those we'll get those configured. They're going to go into a new backup data center that's Rick's team is building out in the Fulton building. Thanks to Rick's team for all their help, especially for that. That backup server project, there was a grant application. There's every 2 years is a grant for $50,000 through New York State. That had been held up for the same reason. Other grants are kind of up in the air right now. That apparently last week I'm told that the funding for that has been taken care of, so they're going to be making decisions on that. It's for $50,000, but it would cover about a third of the cost of that project. There are only 14 applicants for it, so I think we've got a good shot at it. We received it the last 3 times we applied for it. So that's hopefully in the next couple of weeks or next month or so we'll know on that. And the other notable thing, applications, and we'll leave this a little short into the summer, so we'll scramble a bit, run behind, but almost look forward to summer being over. Some vacations are over, but we can get back to normal staffing, but don't have a way to say that. Anyway, that's
Okay, thank you very much. Well, that's it.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Going off.
Why what?
Oh.